Hey guys, I'm gonna try and flip through some more of these turns here. I think I left on turn 59. The game's over now. It ended on turn 71. I don't think anything really interesting happens in between now and turn 71. Yeah, it's just a general retreat type stuff. I don't think I do anything. Oh, yeah, I guess I get Gift of Health. I eventually get, but it's not really meaningful. I have the score graphs now, so I kind of have a little better understanding of my position in the game when I attacked both Uruk and Facia. When I attacked Facia, he was actually the income leader in the game by far, like by a huge margin. So I was really like attacking the game leader by attacking him. And when I attack him and Uruk and Bandar Log comes in too, like I didn't really stand a chance. Um, True. Yeah, I don't think there's any real interesting skirmishes here. Maybe I'll just keep an eye out in this area to see if there's ever a battle that involves like um, a reasonable number of mages that it would be worth looking at. Yeah, so turn 59, not a big deal. Let's try turn 60. Um, so I am starting to pick up a few um, tarts here, and this isn't like you don't have to have Gift of Health up to take advantage of tarts. Like one thing is sometimes they don't spawn feeble-minded, and you can actually get one with paths. And earlier in the game, before I got hit with Murdering Winter, I actually had a healer on my cap, which would have maybe healed this over time. Yeah, let's see if we get a mage battle here. Nope, 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 no mage battles. Yeah, I'm sieging this for some reason. Uruk's coming in. Um, yeah, and just for full spoiler alert, Bandar Log's going to win, but like I'm getting attacked by three nations at once, so it's not really my job per se to prevent his win from happening. One of the other players would normally step in and start getting involved in the throne fight. And I think Uruk might have been thinking like that, but Uruk and Bandar Log are basically on opposite sides of the map. Like, uh, in order to like not throw the game, Facia would have to fight Bandar Log at this point. Um, let's see. Yeah, so no interesting fights here. Is there any interesting fights over here? Um, yeah, I don't think so. Let's turn 61. More Gift of Reasons. Getting hit with more Murdering Winters on my cap. Um, again. Uh, oh, this is funny. So, golems are awesome. Something with a charcoal shield. This provides flame shield, and then area of attack, multiple attacks per turn. Trident for even more attacks, and like basically invulnerable with two mundane kind of weapons. Um, but it's enough to trigger gem usage, and I actually, oh, this is just going to be Horde of Skeleton spam. And I think what's just going to happen is this guy is going to tick down slowly, take a point of damage here, a point of damage there, and it's eventually just going to die. We'll see. Yeah, just a few points here and there. Like, golems are amazing, but they're amazing. when they're not fighting an army. It's really hard to trick these things out to fight armies. So I just grind them down slowly. Get Chaff to hold him in place, and then he dies. Let's see if there's a mage fight here. Nope. Mages? Nope. Mages? Oh, weird. What happened here? Lose a Dryad and 4 apostates. That's not good. Um, so I'm sieging him, and he sends out a little communion with like a dozen of these things. So we get Storm, Howl, and I got Foul Vapors. Howl and Foul Vapors I'm getting off, which is going to distract from Mind Burns. But we're getting Thunder Strikes off here. I've got Relief out. Let's see, is he... And he has Poison Resistance, right on. Oh, okay, Firestorm. Yeah, that'll do. How am I doing? I'm vulnerable to fire, so I didn't get good coverage in my fire resistance spells. I am seeing some poison ticks here, which implies that he didn't get full coverage on his poison resistance. We'll see if we can speed up the battle. I don't know if this will speed up or if it'll just get really noisy. We're getting Blindness and Charm Animal come out. That's probably just hitting things like, oh, I lose my cast here. So I only keep Relief and Foul Vapors up long term. I must have lost my Howl caster. So that's extremely damaging to me. Like, this is definitely two-face use advantage, especially considering his economy. Even at my peak economy, he was about 50% or maybe 30% ahead of where I am. Yeah, so murder some guys, take out some stuff. Oh, I've got Eternal Pyre up now, so that's because I've got the Elemental Royalty here. I think I try and pick up one of the Earth Royals as well. So this is both Fire Royals. I think I've kind of figured out that Ulm has the Air Royals. So the only other royalty up for grabs is King of Banefires and the Earth Royalty at this point. Cool. Let's check out turn 62, see if there's any other things that happen. Yeah, and like for a while in this game, I had like even before, long before this point. Okay, Gale Gate goes up. Like I'm not really in the running anymore. Like I'm just doing my turns cut so that the rest of the players that are still in the game can have a rewarding game. There's really not much in this for me at this point. Let's see. Yeah, still no mage fights here. No mage fights there. Oh, Bandar Log sent in a golem. It should be kitted out the same way as the golems from Facia. Yeah, with a charcoal shield. Okay, so the Herald Lance does bonus damage against undead. So if I send an undead thug, it would kill it. Like a Tartarian would just die to this thing. But it doesn't have an AoE. So I suspect what's going to happen is my guys are going to die to Fire Shield. Yep, it's all the Fire Shield. So he's got 52 HP, 36 HP, and eventually dies, probably to a Disintegrate or something. Mage fights, I think we looked there. I don't know what's going on there, but I'll take that next turn. Oryx and a Thug. So I have this Thug. This Thug is he has a lot of anti-Thug stuff. So, like, it'd be very effective to send an army against this guy. Not a Thug. And this is the Thug. and there's just not enough here to do anything. Like as soon as my guys make contact with him, yeah. Two Swords of Swiftness is actually like this guy's kitted out like an anti-thug, not like a thug. Um, yeah, one of the things I'm worried about mind hunts. So when I don't have an Astral Mage to move along with them, I'm moving my scouts with my units. Yeah, pulling out a Shinuyama. Generally, the goal is like to not like it would defending a province would likely cost me more um, than the lost income, than the potential income gained, even by successfully defending. So I don't really feel the need to successfully defend. That's why I haven't really fought any battles against Uruk, and I've been trying my best to avoid any battles against Bandar Log either of consequence, because like in a 3v1, you really can't afford to be committing to two fronts at once. Like just let some of those players um, pull ahead, and like letting Bannerlog is the right move here because he's the game leader kind of at this point. Um, so you basically want to let someone pull ahead who's going to attract attention from other players, pull ahead but not eliminate you, and then you use your resources to fight enough of off one of your fronts that you could then kind of get back into the game. Not really get back into the game, but like in a way get back into the game. Okay, so we lose that province. A tart pops on here and sieges that down. Okay. Oops. I must have accidentally sent guys out to fight this. I shouldn't have done that. Yeah, that's my bad. Uh, yeah, I shouldn't be defending these provinces. And like this, like there's no point in defending Shinuyama or this. Like just get out. I do take this province from Facia, take some stuff from him. Yeah, nothing important though. Facia is gonna come take this. Oh, this is good actually. Let's check out this. Um, so this is me not bringing the right stuff, which is fire resistance. I'm pretty sure. We'll check. Not that I really have too much fire resistance in the area. So relief and storm. I mean, I don't have much mages here anyway, but I'm kind of curious what's gonna wipe this out that I don't do any damage. Right now it's looking like just storm. Yeah, it looks like it's just storm with thunder strikes is what's doing it here. He has fog warriors and I don't have sacreds, so that's a definite problem for me. My guys are on advance and cast spells, so that's why they're up front here. But yeah, just not enough stuff here. Um, 5 panic apostates. I would have needed something to like cut through his things a little more effectively. So magic weapons, evocations could have helped. Like Shadow Blast could have been a good idea. So yeah, nothing here, nothing here. Do we have? Yeah, we have Gift of Health at this point. So I'm gonna have a few tarts here, but I don't really play with them because don't really feel like I'm in the game at this point. So I think I usually just leave them to research because I get a whole bunch of these things. Let's turn 64 and then maybe I'll do 65 and then just kind of skip to the end. Do. See how many tarts we have here. Yeah, they're Shattered Soul, so they have a 25% chance of doing random orders, so all will be ashes is there. At some point in the game I have one deconstruct a temple over there, like that's his random action is deconstruct a temple. But yeah, these guys are coming along just fine. Oops. Yeah, of course that Cyclops wins. Nothing interesting there. Colossi, Asphodel. Okay, maybe next turn, because I want to see. I'm very proud of this guy. This guy does really well. He's got heroic quickness. So let's jump to next turn. I don't think there's anything else interesting. Urik's coming in here. Let's do 60. Was that 65? Yeah, perfect. Um, so this is my thug with, he's got heroic quickness. He's died once. That's why he's coming back as a Carrion Lord. He's got Boots of the Long Strides and Jade Armor, which gives quickness on top of quickness. And then he's got Wraith Sword. Now, I really wanted to give him Sword of Swiftness, was the actual thing I wanted to give him. But unfortunately, uh, I do not. But yeah, he's a killy boy. And he has a huge amount of base HP now, right? Like, because he's in Gift of Health and he's enlarged. Soul Vortex just helps, and he's just smacks him with the Wraith Sword, which also heals him on. Now he is, I think he might be cursed. I know he's horror marked. He doesn't look cursed, but he's gonna take a lot of afflictions this fight. Um, so he can't Soul Vortex heal or Wraith Sword heal off of these undead units, and there should be animate dead units coming in. Oh yeah, and he gets paralyzed, so excellent. The only thing healing him now is regen. Oh, but it looks like a route. Is he gonna route? Look at these. Look at these. Oh, it's so good. Lost some sleep vines. I've never even seen that before. Feeble-minded, battle fright, never healing wound, crippled, limp, chest wound, weakened, diseased. He has everything. That's not true. He doesn't have everything. He hasn't even lost an arm yet. But he's lost a lot. Lost some sleep vines. Very fun. I think he should route here. Why isn't he running? That's crazy. Crazy. Anyway, he's gonna wake up and run. And then I don't lose him because this is the force that eventually tries to come in here. And these two Banes, I think, are going to hold things off. Yeah, Banes hurt. These guys are pretty impressive. I haven't played Bandar Log, so I'm not totally familiar with how they work. But yeah, our Banes hold things off, so I don't lose my guys that retreat into the fortress. And I got my hero here with his 5 XP ticks, um, and all of his negatives lives to fight another day. So yeah, that's turn 65. Yeah, I'm moving. I want to get my units up here. Yeah, so let's jump to the end of the game and take a look at score graphs. So the Bandar Log is the winner. This is the map. Um, Bandar Log amazingly takes the win without taking a single cap. It was quite impressive, actually. So his points came from here. So these two here, grab this one. He has a throne here, here. Took this one as well, and he has one more there, I think. I'm not sure if I counted that one twice, but yeah, without taking any caps, takes the win. Um, yeah, you can see I kind of just ceded all this territory to Uruk because I wasn't going to defend it. This kind of stabilized because Bandar Log kind of slowed down his attack when he got kind of within one of my cap circle. And then, yeah, the Facius thing hasn't really changed at all. I don't think there's any fights worth watching here. He shows up, kills a couple of tarts, but then tries to come into the fortress, and that doesn't work. This is going to be like one of those things where I bet you he had all kinds of gems, and he just didn't plan ahead. Like, I don't think this player, like, he's good. I just don't know if he's like played into the late game before. So yeah, like air elemental, that's not gonna happen again. Power of the spheres won't happen again. Oh, here's oh no, no, no gems. There's more air elementals coming. Will of the Fates won't happen again. Yeah, it's just a gem thing. So Tart's here, bait gems, and then he loses the next fight. Yeah, so let's look at the score graphs because that kind of tells the story of the game here. So I was ahead in provinces. Where's I want to say Facia. Yeah, this is kind of like me killing Agartha kind of position here. So I was just game, not leader in provinces, but just eking out in front in provinces. So you can see our initial expansion was okay. Our war with Nazca was okay. Then we go to war with Vanarus and Nagartha, and that was pretty good for us. Like that was the good war. Um, then we elf. That's right here. And then we start our 3v1, and you can really see Bandar Log jumps in. That's the true winner here is Bandar Log, and to a lesser extent Uruk, right? So Uruk takes this loss at the elf. Facia also takes a loss at the elf. And then Bandar Log takes off when he goes in on me. And Uruk, to a lesser extent, takes off. And our provinces pretty quickly collapse because we're Asphodel and it's not a very strong nation. Um, so we did take the lead on forts with our fort casting spell and maintain the lead on forts. Um, this would be more important if we had taken a traditional Asphodel build with high Dominion growth scales, and we could have gotten some free spawn. But we did not. So this was more just about securing territory. Um, Income, I think some folks might find surprising. We were never really anywhere of importance on income. Like this elfing doesn't really count because it was very temporary. Um, so I was kind of tied for third around here between Bandar Log and Uruk, and like Faceit was just miles and miles ahead. Almost double, maybe not double, 30%, maybe more than 30% of my income at the time that I attacked. And then he organized a 3v1 on me, and I, of course, suffer from that. Um, yeah, you would think from the amount of territory and how big I was and how quickly I was expanding that I might be ahead on the income, but not really. This is the kind of the story of Asphodel. You need to be expanding and pressuring constantly in order to escape from your own scales. As soon as you are not expanding, you are losing income and you are falling farther behind. Um, like even picking up Nazca's cap and Nazca's territory doesn't affect this graph at all. Even picking up Vanarus was only a minor boost. I really had to go through the entirety of Agartha to get like into the game again from my previous position. Gem income was better because I focused the living hell out of this. So this is actually a really good graph. This is that 10 gem province I found. This is Mother Oak going up, and then like going through Nazca, get Nazca's provinces, then going through Vanarus and Agartha. The Elfing, I grab a few more, but generally like do a decent job of defending this income. The noticeable thing here is that yeah, no one else really pushed for it. Like, Ulm must have done an amazing job of site searching to have this much gem income, to be honest, considering his limited territory size. Must have played a very, very high efficiency game. And it's Bandar Log that steadily grows his income. Yeah, Bandar Log had a really rough game, kind of getting attacked by everyone, but he held out, played defensively, and got the big win. I think research is another thing that people would find surprising. So some of the players that were eliminated Zabalba. Okay, Nazca didn't have research, and that's part of why they lost. Vanarus had good research, still lost. Agartha had no research. Um, but I was in the running for research. Like I was part of the conversation here, um, basically throughout the game. Um, I had to pull ahead at the start with my build in order to get Mother Oak up. Like I would have had huge research initially. It was super important. And then things inflect downward for me and then back up again as I crank the research, mostly because I stopped using my mages to fight when around turn 45, I kind of stopped with the fighting stuff, so it inflected upwards at that point. Dominion, I don't really think there's a story here. Bandar Log pushes his Dominion, goes for the win. Army size, same thing. Bandar Log gets reanimators, is the end of the story here. Nazca gets eliminated, is here. He had huge quantities of troops before I had that big battle this turn and wiped him out. Um, but that's just Nazca being Nazca. You can see that I'm not like a crazy runaway free spawn nation. Part of that's the build. I don't have huge numbers of free spawn, and I don't have huge numbers of reanimator priests. Um, but yeah, it does help with the chaff. And then yeah, same thing with the ascension points. Ascension points tick up until we get jumped, and then our ascension points tick down. Anyway, guys, thanks for watching. That's it for this game. Um, Bit of a relief to be over, 70 turns. I really like playing Asphodel. I definitely could have played the diplomatic situation differently. Like, there's no sense me being in this tied for third position, jumping this play like two players at once. That was ambitious. I wanted to avoid like where's Nazca? Like when I was fighting Nazca, that was like a reasonable thing to do. It was a bit of a gangbang, but it was Nazca with a Hellbless, so I didn't feel too bad about it. And then when I started fighting Agartha, who has no income, oh geez, I attacked him and Vanarus at the same time um, to kind of make that a little more spicy. And I had just assumed that attacking Phasia and Uruk would have been like similar. But by this point in the game, the growth scales had started to matter a ton, and my lack of scales really hurt me. The correct play, of course, would have been to go this way in the chart, down in level, turtle till the late game. The late mid game is really at Asphodel's weakest. I needed to have tarts already, as opposed to getting tarts like I got tarts like here. With Gift of Health, and it's quite defensible to hold Gift of Health as Asphodel because your nature income is about as good as any other player's, typically way better. So you can hold on to that global. And Tartarians cost death gems, but really they cost nature gems and astral pearls is what they cost, because that's what turns them into commanders. So yeah, I kind of I should have, in the interest of making like a how-to Asphodel, I definitely should have like just stopped here and like said, and then stall for 10 turns and then continue playing again. Um, but yeah, I have a hard time doing that. Anyway, thanks for watching.